Have you ever tried to renovate your home? It was a disaster for me at least. First of all, buying a house in California costs you millions of dollars, and then also costs you almost $500,000 even trying to renovate a new home. Not to mention all the communication challenges, complexity, and time suck when you had to communicate with general contractor and going back and forth. What if you're able to use AI and help you to create beautiful interior design and reduce the labor cost by 99% and reduce the fight with your wives regarding what kind of tile to pick for your kitchen? In today's episode, we had a RenoSmarter.ai team who is able to show you how you're able to use AI to reduce your home renovation design cost by 99% and how they're able to create such product with only 2 weeks using AI and no-code tools. Hey guys, this is Dr. Nancy Lee, Direct Product featuring Forbes. I've helped thousands of people land the dream PM job offer in FAANG companies and unicorn startup and continue to get promoted as a product leader. In this channel, we'll talk about tech trends and free product management training. Like and subscribe. Check out new video every Tuesday. Hi, RenoSmarter AI team. How are you guys doing?
We're doing good. Thank you, Dr. Lee, for having us.
Great. So we have Brian, Yuanxi, and Schumann with us today from RenoSmarter.ai company. And actually, they are one of our portfolio company coming out of AI Product Management Bootcamp. I'm very excited to see them actually bring the product to the market and already have lots of early adopters, and which also, most importantly, reduce the fight with your wives when you're going to do home renovation as well. So let's do this. Brian, as a team lead, can you quickly introduce yourself and your team? What is the project about using AI?
Certainly. Yeah. So my name is Brian, and I am supported here with my two product managers, Schumann and Andrew. So our product is at a high level. It's a AI-powered interior home designer. Target audience is the residential homeowner. And the idea is really to empower the homeowner with like design knowledge and styles of popular interior designs to kind of narrow their preferences in the home remodeling space. Like most homeowners, they don't know what they want, and they have a hard time visualizing the new design in their space and actually communicating it. And to us, pictures are worth 1,000 words. Mm-hmm. And the way we came about it was that, as you mentioned earlier, imagine you're like a homeowner inside, like, let's say it's the Bay Area, probably one of the hottest markets for homes. Yeah. In, let's say, earlier this year, before the interest rates came up, or actually last year. But like you go into a home, you look at it, you have a hole in the wall, and you're like, man, I really don't want to live here. But your budget can't afford those big homes.
And that speak to most people nowadays in California and all those like hot market. Not only California, Miami is very expensive as well nowadays. Yeah, I can imagine how stressful it is for people who just purchased their new home.
Yeah, I mean, like, as you mentioned, right, high interest rates, home prices are soaring, but you don't have much of a renovation budget. There's that joke that goes, "Oh, I'm now house poor. I go and I eat I buy the house and then now essentially I eat cup of noodles or top ramen." That's the joke that we always had. But the thing is, like, you go in and you go to a contractor that you want to renovate this space, right? Or get bids. They always tell you, get 3 bids so you don't feel like you're getting ripped off. But the thing is, you need to communicate to the person what you want, right? And let's just take, for example, like if you wanted to have, you talk to the contractor and they say, hey, this thing is now $50,000. I'm like, Jesus, like that was almost my down payment for the home. Mm-hmm. What can I do? You've got to find yourself, you have to find ways to quickly lower that cost and try to squeeze where you can, right? And then you go in, you receive the contractor's bids and they're well above your budget. And then you're like, whoa, the material cost is kind of high. What can I do? Well, the point with us with RenoSmarter.ai is that you could quickly go in to find out your design styles, get your material selections, and then get the idea of how much it ends up costing. And then you can visualize your kitchen to help communicate your vision. So that was my vision there.
Brian, I believe when you started this AI company, you already took a picture of your own home and just transformed into brand new kitchen designed by AI. Can you tell us what AI can do in terms of home renovation right now? Is it end-to-end process, or you had to engage with AI through kind of chatbot, interior design process? Tell us how AI can help others to save money and save time and reduce conflict during the home renovation process?
Oh, yeah. So we want to dive deeper into the AI process. I really would love to hand it over to Shuman. She's the one that helped us go into the multi models that we used and also that we learned through your AI accelerator.
Brian, can you give us some like visual explanation regarding what's it look like? I believe when you start your project, you took a picture of your kitchen and use AI to basically flip the picture into AI design, very beautiful modern design of your home to impress your wife. So can you tell us what's it look like? What AI can do nowadays for home renovation?
Yeah, certainly, Dr. Lee. So for at a very high level, it's that you input a picture and then you output a picture. And then the interior preferences of the customer is handled on that back end to provide you that output. And what that does is allows you to visualize the space, your current space, with an updated interior. What that allows you to do is, as you mentioned, streamline that conversation to both your contractor, but ultimately to your, how should I say, family boss. Because at the end of the day, it has to be an agreement there that we spend that money. But my wife likes to tell me what's mine is hers.
So Brian, why don't we do this? Why don't you show us what the AI outcome looks like? Can you give us a demo of the product right now? And I knew that you guys actually created a product was only 2 months. And since then, you also did lots of enhancement, have 3 months already passed. Can you show us what the current product look like right now?
Oh, for sure. Let me hand that over to Andrew, and he can definitely walk through it.
Okay. So currently we have our newly designed website right here. Actually, I already finished its Figma Hi-Fi prototype design before we launched our MVP on November. And now here is the interaction platform we designed for our users to interact with our AI and design their kitchen with simple steps. And the first step is to select your kitchen style. You can choose from those options. And then we will ask you several questions like what is the ideal style of the room? What's your favorite floor style? What's your favorite countertop style? And so on and so on. And maybe during those steps, you need to input some metrics about your kitchen. And if you don't know it, no worries. We have a kind of guidance included here, so you can learn from our website to measure your own home and input the metrics. And then, according to those interactions, our AI will generate a new, like a kind of example of the new style of your home and generate a picture like here. And then, if you want to like implement the style, and if you love the style and you want to implement it in your own kitchen, you can upload your existing home image. And then, for example, here, this is Brian's kitchen, as we mentioned before.
Yeah.
And this is this is the image I generated with AI. And our image to image feature allowed us to merge them together and generate a newly designed home right here.
Wow.
Yeah, this is
That's
our
Brian's kitchen.
yeah.
That's
This is the coolest
insane.
feature. Yes, and the coolest part is now we have a user account, so users can store their different plans or different designs in their account, so that they can review them anytime. And here's a
Wow,
demo.
cool. Can you zoom into Brian's kitchen before and after?
Oh yeah,
So that was like a microwave entering a new microwave. Like your stove changed, the layout is the same. Wow, just a
Need
different
better
kind of
cabinets.
countertops, different doors, everything. Huh? That's all just a one click generated by AI
yes,
after you
just
choose
7 seconds.
your floor materials.
Yep.
This is exciting. And so let me also ask you. So all those conversations all through chatbot, right? So you have a live interaction with AI, and then it's a give you the response right away when you generate. Is there any delay in generating those like images?
Actually, most part of those conversations are real time.
Mm.
Only when you are using the image to image functions right here, it might take several seconds to several minutes. That highly depends on how complex your kitchen is. If your kitchen and your home design is very complex, it might take minutes, but it won't take you too long. You can just leave them right there, and they will appear after they finish their works.
Cool. Sounds really good. Now I really want to take picture of my own homes I never renovated after I moved to Miami. Maybe it's time to get some inspirations. So nowadays, I assume user can just go to website, create an account, right, and upload
Yes.
the images.
Yes.
Awesome. Is it free right now to do design at this moment?
It's totally free. Everything on our website is free.
Awesome. Great. Cool. So
Yes.
everybody should go to the site, RenoSmarter.ai, and start to experiences and get your home renovation idea juices flowing right away. I'm also going to link it in the description of this episode so you can all start doing your renovation. Actually, very, very fun. I'm going to show you the picture of me, the picture of my YouTube studio, what's look like after the renovation by AI. So now very exciting. I wonder how exactly you guys build it because you guys literally build it within 2 months. Use no code tools and plus a team of developers with limited resources, but you're able to generate such amazing outcomes so quickly. Can you show us what kind of challenges did you face to build this AI product in such a short amount of time?
Sure. We when we start this project here, essentially we wanted to do this floor generation. So basically, floor plan that you have for 3D and turn it 2D, and we face such a big challenges on turning that into reality. One of the problem is that currently the model that we're trying to fix is doesn't exist, or even they exist, which is NVIDIA had this really training model for image for floor plan. It costs money to train it, right?
Mhm.
Nowadays, if you really want to build the custom AI model, that probably costs $1 million for that. So that part, unfortunately, we have to do the product pivot and give up the floor plan generation. So essentially what we're trying to focus after is become a interior home designer, like what just Andrew showed over there. It's end-to-end chat box generation, image generation. So that's what we have been faced and pivot. So that was one of the technical challenges that we face. We don't have the model, or even we have the idea model we want to pursue with, but that's cost money. So then the
Mhm.
solution for us is what's available today, right?
Yeah.
And we run into this low code, no code tool, which is voice flow and retool, that help us really speed up our process, that turn this project into probably $1 million or years to build into 2-3 months that we have so far.
This is awesome. So let's dive deeper regarding technical element. You mentioned several no code tool, which is voice flow and retool, which I highly recommend people to use inside the PM Accelerator as well. You also mentioned different kind of AI elements. So let's dive deeper. What are the technical element did you use in your AI product to create such like amazing design?
Sure. When we talk about AI product, I think everyone gonna think about which model do you use, right? What are the
Mm-hmm.
fancy model you're gonna use, and how do you use it in this sense? Maybe I think there were two parts of it. We think that really essential for this product. One is model part of it. What Andrew showed is you're gonna interact with the chatbot, which is basically the text to text part. You tell them what are your preference, and they kind of give you feedback what the preference should be like based on what you just input. Now the text to image is the second part, because you really want to see what your preference into a reality image after. So that was the second stage. But what really exciting here is the image to image part. We use Stability AI tool to kind of do this work for us. In today's market, there's a lot of image to image. There's probably three
Mm-hmm.
image to image out there. When we were working on it, Midjourney is the first one we kind of consider about it. They don't
Yeah.
actually have official API, so we don't really have the opportunity to call them. And Dalla 2 and 3, which is owned by OpenAI, they had the ability to upload image and turn in image, but that's not what we really want, because it's wide range of creativity. It probably generates something totally different than what you just input over there. So we kind of gave up on that part. Then the
Yeah, hold on. I
stability.
believe you guys mentioned that when you try those AI models, sometimes put a picture of the kitchen and put a model in the output as well, right? That's where the creativity is out of control, am I right?
Yeah, hallucination is a big thing that we need to solve. There could be a person show up in the kitchen, we're just like, what, how does that gonna happen? So this is something that we're gonna tweak, and being too creative probably not used for our case, so we kind of pivot to the stability AI, which is that API was working amazingly for our use cases. So that was the image to image part. And what the second part I really want to emphasize is the knowledge base that you're going to have. When we everyone talk about models, but that's probably not the most important because everyone can access the model. But what the knowledge base that you're going to build, which is a rack, is actually took us a lot of time to build it. Because imagine the design material, the pricings, your preference, all those things are kind of the unique knowledge belong to this project, right? So we're continuing to enrich that so that we can give you a better workflow with using this tool.
So let me ask you, how do you collect those data? Those interior design data, the floor plan, is it publicly available, or you find some resources you can download or get some API to integrate with your AI tools?
There's two parts. We really want to have everything free for us, then we don't need to spend any money on it. But we do actually working with, finding a design material online by purchasing those design currently not available for the public. So we kind of mix both what is available that we need to pay a price and what is a free for us. So we kind of design this rack system, a combination of both. The material pricing, we actually do the data scraping from floor decor, what's available over there so that we can actually build that entire data pipeline with the knowledge pricing details for this one.
Awesome. Cool. You are literally a true entrepreneur. You're very innovative, being very agile and use a lean methodology, and which is also usually leading to the success of lots of AI product out there, because nowadays everyone can build it. What really matters is that are you able to use limited amount of resources and generate user fast and really prove it and drive lots of user adoption. So you guys are literally it's a role model for being a modern entrepreneurs nowadays. And so with that in mind, let me also ask you a question right now. So where you are right now and what's your next step? I know you guys finished AI PM Bootcamp 3 months ago, have your product ready. And then since then, you have been doing daily stand-up, continue developing a product, right? So what has evolved since then and where you are right now in terms of your own AI startup?
Okay. So our next step is definitely go to the market. So we build up our own go-to-market strategies. So we incorporating a very detailed funnel framework, which is called Tofu, Mofu, and Bofu. Let me introduce it with more details. So for the Tofu, it's actually the step one, which we want to catch users' attention. So our objective is to capture the initial attention of potential customers. Our tactic is using the social media marketing. Maybe we can deploy 30-second advertisements on different platforms like Facebook, Instagram, or any social media we can find. And also, maybe we can leverage influencer partnerships like Dr. Nancy's promotions to reach more audience and build the credibility. And this is the first step. And the second step is consideration, which means our objective is to engaging potential customers who have shown the initial interest by providing more detailed product information. So our tactic is using the demo video engagement so that direct users who click on the social media advertisements to a compelling demo video that explains our product's features and benefits, so that once user view the demo and send their contact info to us, we can reach them by sending several different newsletters that includes the insights on the current interior design trends and detailed examples of popular styles like traditional, modern, and transitional. All those newsletters will have link to ask the customers to make an account and try out our product. So our very last step is Bofu, which is the decision part. So on this stage, our objective will be converting those engaged users into active users, which means our tactics will focusing more on their user onboarding part. We encourage potential customers to create account and complete at least one design cycle using our AI platform so that they can experience the smooth and intuitive onboarding process and learn how to use it and get used to it and learn and maybe using our fantastic tool in the future. And that's the whole go-to-market strategy we now have.
So that sounds very impressive. I also know that you guys have been working on the project for a little while. So you finished AIPM Bootcamp, finish it within 2 months. And then in the past 3 months, you have been doing daily stand-up, continuing enhancing your product and get lots of early adopters. I believe you already designed over 600 kitchens already using AI. So where you are right now, what's the next step for your company?
Yes, as Dr. Nancy said, we already received countless user cases in our database, and our users are using our product very actively after they create an account and try our AI product. So based on the situation we are at, our planning is to expand our AI features in the future, not only limited in the kitchen part. We want to redesign every single part of your home. That's the final goal of our AI product. So as users are actively using our product, we also collect the feedbacks from the users so that and also we collect those data and user cases in our database so that we can improve our AI product and make it better and better in the future. So the next step is to provide more features to the users and provide the AI abilities for free as long as possible. I know everyone wants to try it. So before we end the free trial, we want more users to join us and try our product, and we will provide a better service as more users coming in.
Awesome. Yeah. Hey guys, the AI product is not free forever. So if you like to leverage AI to start experiment, redesign your kitchen or your entire home, you should go there right away before the free trial ends. I'm also going to link their site in the description of the video, which is RenoSmarter.ai for you to get started with your creative juices for home renovation. So Brian, I have a follow-up question. What really impressed me regarding your project is that you guys grew very fast. So you literally start with only 2 months and building a product, and now you already have like over 600 home kitchen design. So how would you be able to grow and build your product so quickly?
Yeah. So what we did, Dr. Leo, is we leveraged the information that we learned from your AI PM bootcamp, and we took the information from your lecturers and your leaders to utilize low code and no code resources. So, for example, for ours, we used voice flow and retool for the initial product development. It was really to make an MVP to make sure that we can actually test it out and it actually works. So we used voice flow for that generative AI agent for the text to text and the text to image generation. And then we linked it over to Stability AI to create that image generation. But then when we had to do the retool, we then found issues with it. So then, sorry, when we were using voice flow to try for the image to image generation, it didn't quite work. So then we had to repivot and reinvestigate what other tools are available to us out there. So we landed on Retool after speaking to Nick. And that was what we used for the image to image generation. Now, when we did the first presentation 2 months into the product development, or at the end of the 2 months, it was still very fragmented. We didn't quite like that. So when we were doing after your bootcamp, we went and refined it. And what we did was we knew that we did MVP. Then the next thing was to create a great cohesive customer experience. And we brought it all back together. And that was actually really done from our developers. So when we first started off, we had Kent. It was a really, really amazing, got us to the MVP portion. And then afterwards, you were able to bring us on both Donald and Kang. And that's where we actually created a cohesive product that Andrew will be showing very briefly.
This is so exciting. Thank you for sharing all the insight regarding how to address hallucination and what kind of free no-code tools you use and how to select different kind of AI models and grow your users so quickly. Now, let me ask you a question here regarding growth mindset. Each podcast, I love to ask my guests regarding their attitude and belief in terms of growth mindset and how can they grow themselves and their personal life, because we've been talking about growing your company, AI product. So how do you grow yourself as an AI leader as well? Do you have any tips to share with the audience?
Sure. I think there's two parts to it, and one is that this is philosophy I always follow. Learn from someone who are the best in the industry and who is closest to the industry, so that you can get into the field faster and learn faster using that growth mindset over there. So for all three of us, have the AI PM bootcamp accelerate the entire process. We learn from the best in the product management in the world, I believe. And then we have applied that into real cases and really do something work over there. And I do believe the field of PM changed a bit because right now we have all the tools can build the code for us, right? Like Cursor
Mhm.
AI and all that. They can build all the product for us, but we will, as a PM, know the entire product knowledge to do the consolidation. So PM side of it, I think Dr. Leslie, you here, you probably know the best. You're the the things that we kind of leverage to learn and pivot. And I think the second part is applied to me personally. I'm actually relocated to SF this weekend. Being a heart of AI centers closer to people who are doing entrepreneurs and doing that work will be facet up amazing because you gotta learn what the people around you. So learn from the best and be with those people are the two tips I would give away.
Cool. Brian, you want to add something?
Yeah, it's actually along the very same lines with Schumann. For me, I came from a hardware background, as you already know, so software and whatnot is actually very foreign to me. And for me, I always love to continue learning. You know, that philosophy or statement logo that says never stop learning. So for me, I had to go and research online to find out information to start that process. And for me, what works is finding people that are premier leaders in that space. And that actually ended up landing me at your course, which is the AI PM Bootcamp. And from there, we started figuring out or building a good foundation at a very palatable level in order to start learning. And then as we were learning and building, because my school model was to learn by doing, as we were
Mhm.
building this product, we found problems. And for me, I'm like a natural problem solver. So when I had problems with like text to text generation, sorry, image to image generation, was it really a tool problem or was it a fundamental problem?
Mhm.
So for us, it was just going and learning and finding out the appropriate tool to solve the problem. Because at the end of the day, as PMs, we solve customer problems. And how do we solve that? Go and research, talk to people, find out from different points of view, and make that implementation.
Awesome. Great tips regarding continuously to be the problem solvers and solve problems and using all different kind of resources out there. Andrew, do you have anything you want to add?
I think the only thing I can add here is actually I'm still a university student, so academically, I read a lot of research papers about AIs. For example, DeepSeek published their research papers like months ago and years ago, and I read all of them, and I do summarize according to their contents so that I can know the limits of current AI. So if I can do that, if I know every single all those limits of the different AI models, I can build product based on their abilities, which can be quite helpful for all the product managers in the AI industry. And that's the only thing I can add here.
Awesome. We're going to link all the resources or research paper in the description show notes so everyone can get started regarding learning very in-depth and advanced knowledge regarding AI. I also have a top 8 recommended AI courses that everyone can get started. And those, most of them are completely free, only take you a few hours for you to quickly get up to speed about AI. I'm also going to link it in the description show note, and you can also download it at pmxr.io/AI courses. Great. Thank you for sharing lots of free resources and advice. And now let me ask you the final question. How can people find you and follow you and try out your new AI product?
Yeah. So for me personally, you can find me on LinkedIn, Brian Luck, pretty easy to follow.
Yeah, same. LinkedIn will be the place, and then we will have the your help, Dr. Lee, put the link for our website, and it's exciting to try out. Let us know how this work, and we will continue to iterate and improve and make a better product for user to use.
And I think everyone can find us on our website, RenoSmarter.ai, there is a page called Our Team, and all the team members' contacts are included in that page. So on that page, so that you can find us very easily.
Yeah, and also set up your free account to start design your home and
Yeah.
impress your significant others starting from today. All right. So thank you for joining me. And anybody who is interested in AI product management bootcamp, you should also check out in the link of description and create your own AI product with our help as well. This is Dr. Nancy Lee, and from pmaccelerator.io, you find any of the resources we share with you helpful. Make sure to like this video and share this with any aspiring AI leaders out there.